was a strange place and a tender age. I was just a babe in school. Saw the nose rise at me every time that I thought that I was cool. Well, God knows it was no choice, and one night just wasn't my prime. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, honey, it's just a matter of time. And I will work this body, I will burn this flame, all in the dead of night and in the pouring rain. Yeah, I'm a workaholic and I swear, yeah, one day I will beat you fair and square.
Hi, my name is Demi, and this video will be exploring the relationship women have with their clothes. What drove me to elect this topic as my research topic was my initial interest in the fashion industry. My very first summer job was as a sales associate at American Eagle Outfitters, and that was the very first exposure I had to the retail industry, and since then I've wanted to pursue a career within that area. I'm currently a marketing analytics major with a Spanish minor. After graduation, I would like to pursue a career within a fashion firm such as Kate Spade or J. Crew and work as a marketing analyst. Therefore, I thought it would be nice to combine what I learned in this class and what I have with my slight business background, and to research the intentions behind a woman's outfit and why they wear what they wear. So the content of my research is split up into 4 parts. First, I will talk about the relationship young girls have with their clothes. Second, I will go on to talk about the connection between the Islamic religion and their clothes. Third, I will talk about presenting a professional image through a certain wardrobe. And lastly, I will address the concerns that Black women have with their appearance in society. So the majority of the research that I did came from this book titled Through the Wardrobe, and it was written by Ali Guy, Eileen Green, and Maura Banim. And it is a sum of the research that they conducted that also includes quotes and anecdotes from their subjects about their experiences. The first part, the first chapter, focused on young women shopping around for clothes and creating their identities through their outfits. So this chapter really emphasized the idea of magazines, social media, or pop culture in general having a huge influence on the choices of apparel of young girls. The clothes and fashions that are shown in magazines, social media, pop culture give a picture of what women should wear, how they should wear it, the makeup that they should wear with it, the jewelry they should wear with it, or the piercings that they should have. And consequently, the research found that there's a strong correlation between what girls purchase and what guys find desirable. Young women are looked at and objectified and controlled in the public sphere, and this control is exercised by boys/men, who are the final arbiters of what is desirable. This next video clip addresses a mother who believes that her daughter should wear revealing clothes, but then also has a contradicting point of view from an outsider who says that girls should conceal certain areas of their body in terms of sending out the wrong message to males.
And I think it is a message, isn't it, that when young girls go out, especially these days, young girls are much more developed. And I think I believe that you should make your children feel confident about their bodies so they don't have any hang-ups. But at the same time, to go out and say, it's fine for you to exploit your body and to kind of show off your wares. And if a girl has her chest out in front of young boys at a party, then that's sort of not sending a message that I want to have sex, but it is that kind of I want attention. And if boys look at you, then you can't say what are you looking at. It's a hard one. It depends how
it is
brought
a
up
hard
and whether you're mature enough for it.
So there it is. Girls and women in general are definitely judged by the public by what they put on their body. To get a better perspective from a young woman herself, I interviewed one of my good friends, Liz, who shared a little bit about how she picks what she buys and what she wears.
Hi, I am Elizabeth Clark. I'm currently a freshman at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. I'm currently undecided with my major, and I'm from the small town of Broadhead, Wisconsin.
How would you describe your personal relationship to your style and clothing?
I would say my style and clothing is very casual and laid back. I don't think there's anything super fancy or recognizable about my clothing. I like blue jeans and I like sweaters, and I like kind of not necessarily brand name clothing. Every so often I'll wear something that is brand name, but I like things that I can find on the clearance racks from stores like TJ Maxx and Target and all that kind of stuff.
When shopping or choosing clothes, do you think about your audience?
I do think about my audience when shopping. I think of how people would portray me kind of when I'm wearing what I'm wearing and what people would think, for sure.
Do you ever find yourself wanting to impress someone or grab someone's attention with the clothes you wear?
Yes. I wish I didn't have to say yes. I wish I said I just bought the clothes for me and like what makes me feel good, but I definitely think of outsiders' perspectives and yep.
When shopping or choosing clothes, do you keep in mind your height, body shape, and weight?
Yes. I am definitely taller than average as far as females go, so I'm constantly worried about how my pants fit and if shirts are long enough, and especially if dresses are long enough. I always have a hard time finding dresses that are good in length. And I would say I'm self-conscious about like my midsection, I guess. So I like to buy shirts that are flowy, especially at the bottom. I don't like to wear anything that's tight-fitting. And I'm a little self-conscious also about like my skin tone. I feel like I'm super pale, so I don't like to wear shorts as much. I like to wear like capris and stuff that covers me up, even though that's really hard in the summer in Wisconsin.
Is there a certain color, pattern, or brand you specifically seek out and feel good in?
I like wearing darker colors. I feel like they're more slimming. I'm unusual, like more self-conscious when I wear light colors such as white or like pastels. I don't feel like it looks good with my skin either. As far as like name brands go, for things like shoes, I'm kind of picky. I like name brand shoes like Nike or Under Armour, that kind of thing. But and same with jackets. I like, nice coats that will last longer and that kind of thing. But as far as shirts goes, I don't really care about the name brand. And for pants, American Eagle is kind of the only place that I feel like I know my size in and that works well for me. So pants, probably name brand, yeah, as far as like American Eagle goes.
Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
So next, I talked to my friend Farzana, who practices the Islamic religion, to get a feel for the relationship that she has between her clothes and her religion. Women in Islam wear a hijab for many reasons. Mainly, it is to show their devotion to God, because God asked the women to cover their hair to fulfill His commandment for modesty. It is important to not wear clothes that are skin tight and show no parts of their body besides their hands, their face, and their feet. Farzana said she feels very comfortable wearing the hijab in public because it is something that she has grown up surrounded by. Generations of women in her family follow this and show their respect to God in this way. Even though there are rules that she has to follow, she still feels as if she could express herself through the outfits that she wears. She says that her style is modest yet chic, and she loves wearing dresses and skirts. However, she does feel like she is looked at differently within society, but she says that for the most part, she's been treated with no different respect and kindness from people out in public. So, going on, as promised, the third portion of my research presents the role clothes play in the world of professionalism. Research shows that there is a fine line between too professional and too student-like. Many educators don't believe in the power suit. The power suit is defined to represent what many of the academic regard as the worst of male and female cultures. It represents a kind of uniform professionalism that is viewed as too slick and too hierarchical for the world of intellectual ideas. Also, pantyhose and heels just seem to add to discomfort. On the other hand, just as academic women often avoid an overly aggressive power suit look, many are conscious of the need to avoid looking too much like a student as well. Older professional women are aware of the need to guard their appearance, and they invite unwanted attention as sexualized bodies within the academy. They keep in mind their age and body shape when purchasing clothes. Most women avoided what they perceived as embodied sexual display, which might lead to their professional authority and power being diminished. By minding their appearances, academic women indicate that they are here and their minds are what matters. So the final portion of this video addresses the concerns Black women have when constructing their appearance. In this chapter, the book was written by Anita Franklin, who herself is an African American. Devaluation and appropriation were two dominant themes in this chapter. Historically, for example, Black womanhood has been devalued in relation to white womanhood, while at the same time, aspects of racially constructed Black womanhood have been expropriated for others' profit, convenience, and amusement. For example, dreadlocks are not found in banks, law offices, middle and upper management in the public sector, or major industrial companies. However, dreadlocks, afros, braids are praised and copied in popular culture and media. In terms of clothes, many Black women are careful in their choice of attire when in a predominantly white setting so as not to draw attention to their African heritage. This is not because that they are trying to look white and fit in. Most often, the battle on the agenda is to keep one's job or to negotiate a promotion or to stop simple harassment in the workplace because a certain look is considered the professional norm, unfortunately. So finally, we reach the conclusion. So to conclude, women do have a close relationship with their clothing. As we saw through this research, keeping in mind a woman's audience is a primary factor when choosing what to wear and was a reoccurring theme within the research no matter what age, race, or religion the woman was. Physical features, monetary stances, and personal styles also hold a strong connection to how women choose their wardrobes. I had an awesome time researching this topic, and I want to send a huge thank you to everyone who helped and contributed to this video. I hope everyone's finals went well, and happy summer.